All right, Shalom, your brother Shamar from Phoenix. With that being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, QUADASH. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the brothers doing this work in truth and sincerity. I must jump right into the scripture. This is Luke 12 and 35, and it says, "Let your loins be girded about and your lights burning." So that's talking about a state of preparedness, man, a state of awareness. Let your loins be girded about. That means you gotta be prepared. You gotta be ready. And your lights burning. That's being on point. That's being watchful, man. And ye yourselves like unto men that wait for their Lord, when he will return from the wedding, that when he cometh and knocketh, they may open unto him immediately. Blessed are those servants whom the Lord, when he cometh, shall find watching. Verily I say unto thee, he shall gird himself and make him to sit down to meat, will come forth and serve them. So that's the mind state that the man of the truth got to have, man. That's we gotta be on point. We are the watchmen of the Lord, man. We have to have that servant mentality. A servant waits for his master. A servant does the will of his master, man. Paul likened himself a servant of YAHAWAHSHI. And we are servants, man, and you gotta always remember that we are servants of the Most High. We are here to do his will and his bidding. Our personal lives are in the back burner. Our priority and our focus is on doing this work. With that, I'm gonna get Matthew 20 the 20th chapter. This is Matthew 20 and 1. It says, "For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is a householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers in his vineyard." So we are a servant, man. And what does a servant do? He labors. He does work. And we agree with the laborers for a penny a day. He sent them into his vineyard. So we are hired laborers, man. Basically, the Lord is likening us into hired laborers. And as you read the parable, it goes on to the men that got hired the third hour, and all the way to the 11th hour, all the way until the end. So men are going to be caught up to this thing right until the very end, man. But nevertheless, you are called to do the will of Yahawah, just like Yahawahshem Yahushai. We are called to do work, man. The apostles and elders have been doing work for over 30 years. You got some brothers been there 6 years, 3 years, 2 years, But we all going to get the same reward. We all been called in the truth at different points of our life. We're all going to get the same reward, man. So that's the servant mentality, man. The servant mentality is that we were given a mission, we were given a task to perform while the master, YAHAWAHSHI, left. And to return again in glory. To redeem his people, to redeem his elect. But we were given a task to do. If you were called into this truth, and you were given a task to do, man. You weren't here just to fill in space. If you're here just to fill in space, then you're in danger of being lukewarm. We got to do this work, man. This is 1 John 3 and 18. This is 1 John 3 and 18. It says, "My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue." So we, just saying we believe, and just going through the motions of saying the right things. That's off, man. "My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth." So you gotta back up your beliefs. You gotta back up what you say with action. I mean, you can say you love the brotherhood all day, but unless you really, doing something, unless you really care about the brotherhood, you can say shalom and all that, but you gotta show it, man. And you can say that you believe in the word and this, that, the other, but you gotta back it up with works. That's why it says we gotta love in deed and in truth. So you really gotta be truthful with yourself, man. And those deeds, that's action. You know, so that's what a servant does. A servant performs his labor. He performs his work. And then we keep on going. And hereby we know that we are the truth, and shall assure our hearts before him. You know, so we'll know that we are in this truth. We know that we're doing the right thing because our works will back up what we're doing. Our works will back up our beliefs. That's why the scripture says, by their fruit you shall know them. By their works you're going to know them, man. You're going to know that man is sincere by his works. You know, anybody can speak sincere words, but you're going to know what that man's sincere by his works, man, by his actions, by his deeds, by his service to YAHAWAHSHI, YAHAWAHSHI. So we have to be a servant, man. With that, I'm going to get 2 Timothy 3:17. It's a real quick lesson here at the plantation. 2 Timothy 3:17. And it says, it says, all scripture, I'll start at verse 16, Salakia. I'll start at 14. But continue down the thing which thou hast learned. So once we learn this truth, once we, because we all learn from the apostles and elders, we have to continue in those things that we learn. We got to keep up with ourselves, man. We got to maintain what we learn and grow at the same time. But continue down the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. So we know that we learn from the correct teachers. The apostle noted a great millstone. And that from a child thou hast known the Holy Scripture. You know, when we first come into this truth, we are all children, man. You know, we all have to learn again everything that Esau. We have to reverse everything that Esau taught us, and we have to learn all over again. That's why Scripture says, "Be as a little child." And that from a child thou hast known the Holy Scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith, which makes YAHWAHSHI. So this word can equip you, can give you the right wisdom, the right knowing how to do things, to make you wise into salvation, man. To know the way to salvation. If you're wise into salvation, that means that you know how to attain it. And that means you know the scripture, because the scripture teach you how to attain salvation, man. They teach you how to act accordingly. All scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction, and righteousness. So that's where we get our fundamental, that's where we get our foundation from. The scripture. That's going to be our foundation for everything that we do. It should be your foundation for everything that you do. Let me read that back again. It says, all scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh and is profitable, so it profits you, man. So doing this work, bringing out this word, making these videos, going the highways and hedges, is all for your profit, man. It's profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction and righteousness, man. So this is beneficial for you to do this work, man. I'm going to go to verse 17. It says, that the man of Yahweh may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. And so through our works, through this word, we are attaining perfection, because we are being cleansed by this word, man. Going back to the book of Psalms, where what thou shalt a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed unto thy word. So the word that's the word is the foundation. It's very important, man. It needs to be a constant thing in your life, man. Every day, at all times, if possible. And with that, I want to get Matthew 7:21. It says, not everyone that says unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter to the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. So you just can't be going out the mouth saying, yeah, right on, cheerleading. You gotta back it up with works, man. It says, he that doeth the will. So that what is the will? To do this work. The will of the Father. What is the will of our Father? Do this work. YAHWAHSHI explained it. I must do my Father's business. He said he has to do his Father's work. That was the will that's the will of the Most High. for us to do this work. That's why Yahawashi said, I must be about my Father's business. Because he knew that what his Father's will is. I'm going to keep on going. So many will say unto me that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in the name of cast out devils, and named them many wonderful works? Yeah, but that wasn't the will. They did it in a false pretense. You know, you got a lot of men out there saying, Lord, Lord. You know, but they're not backing it up with charity. They're not backing it up with integrity. They're not backing it up with uprightness. And then when I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine, and this Yahawashi going to break it down right here, and doeth them, I will liken him to a wise man which built his house upon a rock. So its action has to be backed up with belief. Faith without works is dead. And read that back again. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine, and when you read the scriptures, you're hearing the sayings of the Most High, of YAHAWAHSHI, YAHAWAHSHI, because YAHAWAHSHI is the word, and doest them, I will liken him to a wise man. So knowing the scriptures is not enough. You got to live these scriptures, man. You got to be a servant unto these scriptures, a servant unto the word. And I will liken him to a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, was founded upon a rock. And that rock is a solid foundation. This word is our foundation, man. So you have that if you have that foundation of the word, no matter what comes in your life, you'll be able to hold steadfast, man. And then it goes on about someone that hears it. I'm gonna read it. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be like unto a foolish man which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, the floods came, the winds blew and beat upon the house, and it fell, for great was the fall of it, because he had no foundation. And why? Because he heard the word, but he didn't back it up with action. He didn't back it up with word and deed, with deed and the truth, man. So I don't get 1 Peter 2:18. Let's close it out on that. It says, servants, be subject to your masters. And who is our master? Yahawashi. So we have to be subject unto him with all fear. You know, fear the Lord, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the forward. So sometimes the Lord going to kick your ass, man, and you still got to do this work anyways. You know, sometimes the Lord going to give you a blessing, man, and you still continue on. You know, in season, out of season. You know, through the thick and thin. Just like Job said, we won't receive evil and good. You know, with that being said, man, you know, there's a real quick lesson. You know, it's important that we keep this word as our foundation of everything we do. And that we make ourselves subject to the word and servants to it, man. With that being said, I hope the lesson was edifying. With that one, say Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Shalom.